Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Thursday. It is the 17th day of November, 2022. I hope you're healthy and safe today, and that your family is healthy and safe, and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field and the first responders who are trying every day to save lives, and those that pick up garbage for us and junk to keep streets, sidewalks, parks clean, and those that make deliveries like food and water and mail for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover the teenagers and children that are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. The victims also of pornography and child pornography. The victims also of prostitution and child prostitution. The victims of human trafficking and sex slavery. And double curses on the perpetrators, the perverts, and the profiteers that are trafficking in this misery. Finally, blessings on the homeless. There are nearly 600,000 men, women, and children on the streets of the United States of America, and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions, and blessing upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. There was a basketball game last night. It was the second night of a back-to-back. The New York Knicks on the previous night had walked into Utah and got a victory from the Jazz. They got a break in that Nikola Jokic was going to be out with health and safety protocols last night's game. But of course, one of the hardest things to do in sports in general is overcome a losing streak. When you're losing a lot, one after another, it doesn't matter who you play. You're fighting against the streak, right? And the Knicks had not beaten Denver since 2006 in Denver. Because, as we were saying, the Utah-Denver back-to-back is the toughest back-to-back, in the league, in the NBA. And so, even though Nikola Jokic wasn't there, it was going to be an uphill climb because they're fighting the streak, okay? And then I mentioned to you all the altitude. That's another thing going in Denver's favor. They get a little bit of a advantage because at least in the beginning of the game, the players got to get used to playing at that altitude. It's called mile high for a reason. And so all of that was happening last night. Now, I told you, we talked about this the other day. The Knicks do not have a big three. They don't have a superstar on their team. And in spite of the calls and the yelling and all that to go get one, it's not the time. Right now, you want to develop, you're at the stage of your rebuild where you're trying to develop a cohesive unit that can fight every night, that can keep you in basketball games because of their defense, that has a foundation of players that can be built around, that where a superstar would want to be that difference maker. And so, the last two games, the Knicks have done this. And last night, the Knicks were led defensively. And this is the thing. They have to start. I told you, they got to start on defense. We all know this, but giving up 145 points, 130 points to teams, that's not defense. But adjustments had to be made because the defense changes without Mitchell Robinson in the lineup. And so they made those adjustments. And last night, the defense was led, the hustle was led by Julius Randle. It's not like I didn't think he had the talent. I mean, we all know he has the talent. I think I can speak for us in that scenario, right? Julius has the talent to play high-level NBA basketball on both ends of the floor. The question has always been his head, his emotional state, mental state when he's playing. Last night, though, he came to play. He came to play. In the beginning of the game, you could see the altitude affecting them. I mean, and how they were missing shots. Shots were flat. And it's something you got to overcome. And you don't want to get in too big of a hole, trying to get used to that while Denver's playing. And they did. The Knicks stuck close to them and even had slight leads going back and forth the whole game. And Randle was from the beginning a monster. And what was going on? One of the things, of course, the diving on the floor, the going after the rebound, the following missed shots, that type of stuff, man. If we could get that from him every night, the Knicks are going to be really good. They're going to be really good. If we could get the following up of missed shots, the diving on the floor, and of course, I told you, he's a beast of a rebounder. If he can continue to do that stuff, I'm not even worried about whether he's hitting his shot or not. He was 3 of 10 from 3 last night, 11 of 21 from the field, 3 of 10 from 3. But the hustle that he was portraying. He had 3 turnovers, but he had 4 steals last night. He had 4 steals, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 34 points. He carried the Knicks last night. And it was on the defensive end and on the hustle. Wow. And that's overcoming R.J. Barrett, who should not have played last night. You see, there's an unwritten rule in the NBA. If you step on the floor, it is assumed by everybody that you're ready to play and give 100% and you're ready to go. Okay. Now, Thibodeau's a stickler for that particular unwritten rule in that he's not going to look at you and say, oh, maybe you're hurt. Oh, maybe you need to sit. No, he's expecting you to play at a high level. Okay. And the problem with Barrett is everybody was pointing out on the broadcast last night. Mike Breen was saying it. Wally was saying it. He was weaker than normal. Now he had issues finishing already, right? But he's weaker. So he's missing his shots. He has no legs in his shot. He gets to the basket. He can't finish. And he's getting done up on the defensive end. He was minus 18 last night, and it showed, RJ. Whatever he's got, he better rest today and get it fixed. They got to go to San Francisco and play Golden State tomorrow night. So he better rest and get it fixed. It would have been better if, Quickly got those minutes or Toppin got those minutes, instead of RJ. If he just sat or maybe brought Grimes into the rotation and let him sit, I don't think the game would have been that close. But it showed character of the Knicks to grind out a win the way they did. Cam Reddish again. Okay. Nick Killers, right? Bones Highland is our newest Nick Killer. Okay. Bones Highland is that guy. Jeff Green has been a Nick Killer no matter what team, and he's been on a lot of teams. And of course, there's Jamal Murray. Okay. So he's only one Cam. So they kept switching him on different guys. And Bones Highland, 21 points, but he must have scored all of them in the fourth quarter because he was going off in the fourth. And at the end of the game, he was really third in the fourth quarter. He was going off. So, all of a sudden you put Cam on him and that slowed down that water, you know what I mean? So that that was good. But then you had, sometimes Cam had to guard Jamal, Cam had to guard Bones. I even saw Cam guarding DeAndre Jordan last night. It was crazy. And of course, he locked up. He started the game guarding Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. is extremely talented. He's got a lot of back issues. I did not want the Knicks to draft him. A lot of people, we should have did. No, we shouldn't have. Enough of you with the woulda, shoulda, coulda. See, no. But he is extremely talented. And he was playing last night. And you assume, again, that he's healthy. He could go off at any time. He had 5 points last night. Mostly Cam was on. Okay? Lockdown. Cam only took 5 shots last night. And he was 3 of 5 from the field, 4 of 5 from the line. Very efficient, of course. Plus 13, 10 points, and big points down the stretch when it really counted. Brunson. And then the thing I like is that last night, the Knicks, 24 assists. They got into a habit at some point, and it was fatigue, I believe, where they weren't moving the basketball as well as they should. That was like the third quarter. But then they recomposed and started grinding. And man, um, and D Rose quickly, they were really good. Quickly only scored 6 points last night, but again, it was the defense. See, again, if you're playing high level defense, no matter how your offense is, you're going to be in every game. Okay, that's why a lot of people are focusing on Tom Thibodeau's lack of offensive this and lack of offensive creativity or whatever. Defense. If they could get the defense at top level, at New York Knicks level, at Tom Thibodeau level defense, we're gonna be all right. Okay, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about the offense. I'm not. The Knicks are scoring like 114, 115 points a game. I'm not worried about the offense, but they're giving up 115 points a game. So you gotta, they gotta get that defense back, and I believe they are on the way to doing that now. Look here. They come out the first 2 games of the road trip. 5-game road trip now. They got 2 wins. I expected a 2-3 road trip. So what? They can't get no worse than 2-3 right now. Now you got Golden State, you got Oklahoma City, you got Phoenix Suns. You got Golden State Friday, Oklahoma City Sunday, Phoenix Suns Sunday, and a back-to-back. It's Golden State Friday. Then you go to Phoenix Sunday, and it's a back-to-back Phoenix, Oklahoma City on Monday. Tough road trip. And we see Oklahoma City, they just beat Washington last night. I watched the game. They for real. I told y'all, don't sleep on them. They for real. They beat Washington in Washington last night, 121-120. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 42. They for real. Okay, and some of y'all, having wet dreams about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, calm down. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. No. They doing all this now, and they ain't even got Holmgren back yet. They gonna be something else, man. No. So we got to go back there and play them. But it's gonna be the end of a 5-game road trip. I'm thinking the Knicks, it's going to be, coming from Phoenix, Arizona to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. It's not that far. They're away from home, but the Knicks seem to be coming together as a cohesive unit, as a team, as a family right now. And so we have a good shot there. But plus, having lost the way we lost on Sunday is going to be in the Knicks' minds. They got to come back strong here. But next up is Golden State. Curry had 50 last night. Now, they lost the game. Curry had 50. They had 30 assists in a loss to Phoenix. So this is not going to be easy. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. But for now, the Knicks have won 2 in a row, both on the road. They're 8-7. They're in the thick of the race right now in the East. They're doing what we expected them to do. I expected 5-5 in the first 10, and I expected 6-4 in the second 10, so that they would end up being 11-9 at the end. So right now they're 8-7. They're doing exactly what I'm expecting them to do, and I'm telling y'all right now, it's going to get better, especially on the defensive end. They're going to improve, especially again. It was a back-to-back. Cam Reddish played 37 minutes last night. He was fatigued. It affected him offensively, but they were in Mile High. It's not always going to be that way, and he's getting stronger. I tell you, he's going to be a key here. He's getting stronger. The 9-man rotation is perfect. I know some of y'all want McBride to play. I do too. Fournier's upset. You knew he would be. Grimes, he was expected to play a key role. You got to make decisions, man. And Tibbs did it. He put his foot down, made a decision. This is it. Boom. We're going with this. Now, honestly, when Mitch Rob comes back, Mitch Rob's going to start. But I would play Sims behind Mitch Rob. Sims. This brother, 19 minutes last night. He only scored 4 points, but he had 6 boards, and they was big. And he played tremendous defense. He was on in one of the key possessions at the end of the game. It was Sims guarding Jamal Murray. Okay, Murray should have had a mismatch right there, but no, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, Sims was on him. Okay, I don't know. We got some stuff here at the 5. See, you can't play all 3 of them. I know some of y'all, you're not going to play all 3 of them. And I told y'all, it's a long season. All 3 of them are going to get to play. But Hartenstein had 0 points. Hartenstein was -6 last night. Hartenstein had 4 personal fouls. It wasn't his best game yesterday. Okay, just wasn't. Again, I like Hartenstein, but I'm telling y'all, he's a backup. He's a backup. He's not Mitchell Robinson. And as it's turning out now, he's not Jericho Sims. See, Hartenstein got his positive. He's not no scrub now. But I'm just saying. Anyway, the Knicks are going to get better. I'm still looking at 45 wins or more. This is a tough road trip again, and they starting off with a bang. They got a big test Friday night against Golden State and Stephen Curry and them. You know, they just lost. They're going to be hungry. They're in San Francisco. It's going to be a circus. The Knicks got to stay together, got to stay cool, got to stay focused, got to play defense. Don't let Curry get you out the game. Curry's going to get his. Can't stop him, okay? But you got to slow him down a little bit, make it tougher on him. We're going to see how this works out. We're going to see how this works out. But I'm very high on our team. The 9-man rotation, like I said, is perfect. I like how he did that. He made his decision. Stick with it. When Mitch Rob is ready, he's ready. But I don't even want them to bring him back fast. Like, start him in the second unit where Sims is now, and bring him along like that. But this is the Knicks are a sleeping giant, y'all. I'm telling you, they're gonna get better. Yeah, you're gonna get better. Period. End of story. So anyway, y'all have a good Thursday. Be safe out there. Sure.